podcast, we're talking about, I'll be honest and upfront with you all, a fucking awesome movie. But
I'll be upfront with you all. A monkey!
But Donkey Kong comes out in 26. What are we talking about? This is the ScreenBlast.
King Kong came out not too long ago.
That's right. That's right. We're not going to connect like we connected during the fucking joke when Martin was here, by the way. There's no fucking way we're doing that.
Who's Martin?
Live. That's a good point. The sir himself is not here today, but we are here. We're going to discuss Monkeyman. We're going to have some fun, and we'll keep this podcast moving. Guys, like I said before, this is the ScreenBlast podcast. I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Find me right here on the ScreenBlast podcast, along with at Democracy, ATHEMOCRACY.com, along with the man that has commanded the Starship Enterprise all day today. That is not what I was thinking you were doing. Oh my god.
The Monkeyman!
Monkeyman.
Bryan, it used to be a regular podcast where everything was the same. Now it's an animal podcast. It's fucking...
Bestiality is its name.
Bestiality is his last name.
Hey, it's not my last name. Bestiality.
My podcast host is a monkey. Monkey.
Jesus.
Alright. Yes. Canine Biscuits. That's K9BISQTS.
Yes, indeed. Alright, so today, like I said, we're going to be talking about a cool old movie here. Mark, before we get into it, of course, we have quite a cool collection of things to go through here. By
the
way,
screen broke! It blasted!
I will say, it was blasted, yes indeed. Before we go any further, we have quite a collection for you to check out. I'd recommend, obviously, Blasting Turbo Report to our video game-centric podcast, ScreenBlast, which is a part of ScreenBlast, where we talk about streaming series. We talked about Nimona last year. We talked about the beautiful and lovely Secret Invasion that Mark loves very much. And then we have Cartoon Chat, or Animation Conversation, where we talk about an animated show, movie, or short. Then there's Mark and Bryan.
Well, we finally do a movie that, I actually like more than you do. Every movie we've done so far, you like more than me.
What are you talking about? Cartoon Chat?
Yeah, on Cartoon Chat.
That I've liked more than you?
No, every movie we've done on Cartoon Chat so far is something you like more than me.
Well, that's because you've chosen series. And I've chosen movies. I chose
I chose movies too. I chose Powerpuff Girls. You guys ended up liking that movie too.
Yeah, no, I like Powerpuff Girls.
I thought it was fine.
No, yeah, you thought it was fine. I thought it... Oh, I see. Yeah, I still like it more than you. Yeah, interesting. Interesting scenario that ended up there. You know what? No, Paranorman, I think you thought before, because I didn't really think about it before.
I think we like that the same.
We like it the same, but before you had more favorable than I did. So
oh yeah,
I'm gonna break that wall right there and say Paranorman Mark. All right, so ScreenBlastPodcast.com, of course.
And I chose that one.
Or ScreenBlast Society on YouTube. Mark, let's get into the movie detail, but before we do, I want to talk about this movie. Monkeyman, of course, came out just last week, and obviously by the time this comes out, hopefully it'll be a movie that we end up just lined up being out pretty quick. But what did you think leading up to the trailers here? Because, I mean, this was a movie that we got the trailer for, and it's like, man, this is going to be an exciting ride, and I'm very curious of what it's going to do. I was very much curious about, is it going to do what it promises? Is it going to bring together this idea of Jordan Peele and this style and action sequences of like this John Wick-esque form, and are we going to get this execution that's well mastered? That was my big question going into this movie. You know?
Okay, so we already went over this. I didn't know this movie existed. I just know it was coming out.
That's right.
And by the time it was coming out, I just saw it was getting good scores all around, and they just had a lot of accolades, a lot of positive accolades. And it was I saw the poster and I was like, I'm not seeing the trailer because it's already everyone's saying it's already good, so there's no point in me looking at any material. So it's I'm just going to go into the theater and watch it blind, see if it's good or not.
Absolutely.
And I know we saw other podcasts Double Toasted, they talk about the trailer and stuff, and I was like, okay, I guess the trailer sets different expectations. And then now I'm glad I didn't see the trailer before the movie.
Yeah.
But I saw the trailer after I saw the movie, and especially the accolades trailer, the second one, those trailers are edited really well.
Yes.
Really good.
Yes.
Also, Again, they really use Jordan Peele's name a lot, but like he doesn't have much to do with the movie besides like kind of throwing money at it to help it.
Just tossing money. Yeah.
Yeah, tossing
getting
money.
Getting it more exposure as well. Apparently, his deal was that he was critical in getting it off of a streaming platform. I believe it was Netflix, and making it get a wide release. I believe he was. There's the claim out there that he was the one that was pivotal in turning that tide. I don't know if that's the case, but if that is,
there was like production trouble because they were having some money issues because like some of their sets weren't ready. They didn't have all the people they needed.
Yeah,
and they needed more funding to get the movie finished.
It's so interesting how these, what I will say right now, these good like movies that end up being very good end up having so much chaos and why you turned yourself.
I was trying to make myself as tall as you. Ignore me. Keep talking. Shut the fuck up.
You turned yourself into a movie angle, one of those cool movie effect angles you were going with there. But yeah, man, let's get into the movie detail.
I learned a lot from the director of this movie. You taught me how to do
clearly through the way that you're fucking setting yourself up right now.
But I only learned from the action scenes. I didn't learn from the action.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, we can tell. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this movie here. Movie detail. This movie came out April 5th, 2024. Mark. The genre here is an action thriller. It was actually written and directed by its star, David Patel, and it was edited by David Jensko. Music was by Jed Kurtzel, and runtime is right above 1 minute, above 2 hours. What a fun movie this is.
It really didn't need. It didn't need that extra minute. It should that 1 minute tired me out.
They say a movie, you feel a movie when it gets over 2 hours. You know what I fucking did? That 1 minute. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what, guys? You shouldn't have just. It was fine there. All right, let's go to the cast here.
I was fine at the 2 hour mark, but
after that fucking
the movie gets worse at the 2 hour mark.
My God.
Imagine that, just
it was just the studio logos. It was Jesus Christ, Jesus man, yeah, no. So let's get through the cast here. Obviously, you have David Patel. He's again so critical in the development of this movie, but also he is the main star here. He was fantastic in this. We'll break that down obviously when we talk about more in the review portion of this, but man, great job. You have obviously was it Sobhita Dula.
I should have looked up interviews with all these people because they're all there has
I'm gonna wing it.
Weird names.
We have Sobhita.
It's on the screen, people. If you know how to pronounce it, that's how you pronounce it. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we try it one more time. All right. You have Solipta Dulipala as Sita.
Oblonga.
All right, Mark. Everything was fine, and then you made the joke. All right, you have Makarand Deshpande as Baba Shakti, and then you have.
We don't even know the characters' names. Jesus.
You have Pitobish Tripathi as Alfonso.
Pit.
You are the one making jokes here. I'm trying to get through this. You have Sikandar Kur as Rana. You have Shartal Copley as Tiger, and those are the key members there, man. Here's a final list layout of everyone that we want to just run through here. That's our cast lineup, the key cast that you end up seeing throughout this film. And man, is it strong. They were all fantastic. Mark, let's go ahead and get into this. So, Mark, let's talk about Monkeyman here. I'll just say bluntly right now. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is my new favorite. This is my favorite movie of the year. This is number one. This jumped everything. This jumped Late Night with the Devil. This jumped Dune 2. This is now my favorite movie, and by far, the story that it's telling. It's boldly going where a lot of stories kind of soft touch and they kind of don't go critical into. This is a great story of someone that rises up from the bottom and just finds a way to get up there. And either whether you want to think of it as this spiritual journey, whether you want to think about it as a personal journey, it's violent, but it's excellent in the way that it's paced, in its violence. Its combat is fantastic. The way that it uses its weaponry is brilliant. The directing itself is so awesome. And again, you don't get to see a lot of India in American films. Or not. This wasn't an American film, but you don't get to see this distributed so widely in America. And I think that this was an absolutely fantastic job. I think this is by far my favorite movie of the year. It knocks it out of the park. through storytelling, through its little bits of comedy here and there. It feels so real. The delivery's great. Fuck, man. Like, I could just keep going on and on. Like, it was awesome. Tell me what you think, man.
Alright, so here's why it's my least favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I still... it's my favorite movie that's not Dune and Late Night. I think Late Night is still my favorite because it's so great.
That's fair.
It's
That's
so creative what it does. And Dune is just goddamn fucking epic.
Yeah, I feel like
They're riding worms!
Oh my god.
But I do regret seeing this movie like super late because I had a busy day, but like as soon as I found out the genre was action thriller, I was like, I want to see this in D-Box. Like it's already got like good accolades and a good score on like IMDb and Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes, and it's like, okay, so it's already guaranteed to be a good movie. And it's an action thriller? Alright. D-Box. But like, since it was a busy day and I wanted to see it in D-Box, I had to like, I had to catch a 10 p.m. showing. And I was already sleepy.
Dude, that's tough. 10 p.m.
Yeah, but it was D-Box, so like maybe some points can wake me up, but like, it's like a...
Damn, this was the worst possible fucking showing. Oh my god, you're tired, you're worn. You had to get the.
I wanted to do D-Box.
You got the vibrators. You know, you really tried, man. You really tried.
Now to put it that way, I'm like, I'm watching the movie in a massage chair.
Yeah.
That was a terrible thought process.
I think 4DX would have been a goddamn nightmare for you. Well, fantastic, but a fucking nightmare. Brilliant.
No, I need that Manhattan 4DX. I told you those seats over there have fucking seatbelts. Because I was watching Blue Beetle.
I forgot we mentioned that. Yeah.
I was watching Blue Beetle in Manhattan, and I was like, oh, there's like seatbelts in these like 4DX seats, and it's just like they're trying to fucking shake you off of it. It's just like they're there for a reason. They're more like those seats are more wild than the ones at DC.
Yeah. So yeah, what did you think of Monkeyman? Because I understand your situation.
I forgot to put those trailers on loop, but anyway, like. This was a fun movie. I really enjoyed everything I saw. Like the acting starts off mild, but then it gets more wild and more goes on. But what I was kind of expecting was like, because they established earlier that like, oh, there's a man, he got monkey powers. I'm like, okay, I didn't know anything. Well, I'm glad I didn't have any expectations. I didn't look at any trailers or anything. I wasn't sure what to expect. But like from like that opening monologue, is like I was getting like the idea of like, okay, so the main character has monkey powers and he eventually is going to use them to be a badass. He's going to use his monkey foo. And you know what I was thinking about? I know you used to watch Kim Possible back in the day, right?
Well, yeah.
There was an episode where they had to fight like this Monkeyman, and Ron's and like their monkey villain. Was like getting monkey food from all these statues.
Yeah.
And like and then Ron went in the room and he got monkey food too. And the rest of the series acknowledged that Ron knows monkey food.
Mm.
So I was thinking like, oh, so he just has the power of like monkey food from Kim Possible at some point. So I was waiting for that because like you were
waiting for monkey food from Kim Possible. I mean, you didn't know anything about the movie, so I understand.
Not from Kim. I was waiting for like guy to bring out monkey food. Yeah,
monkey food.
Like he's gonna learn he has monkey food at some point. But like the main character just gets his ass kicked because I was expecting some like John Wick shit. For like most of it, it was like, alright, like when's the monkey food come in? And he's still getting his ass kicked, and it's like. Especially for like that first, when he actually does that first fight in the bar,
yeah. Right?
And it's like it is. I forgot like how these like super hardcore action movies feel when like your character is not that much of a badass because like there is some suspense. It's like, oh, he's getting into this fight and he's going to get fucked up.
Yes.
So it's like how the fuck he's gonna make it out because like when it comes to like regular like John Wick and stuff, like oh. He's a badass. He's probably gonna take a couple of hits, but like no, he's a badass. No one is a match for him. And like that doesn't come until the end, and it's like kind of like an anime progression almost with this movie. Cause it's like he gets his ass kicks so bad in the beginning of the movie, especially that first fight the movie starts off with, because like his deal is like he's not making enough money because he's not good at these fucking fights. Mm-hmm. He's making like participation money for these fights, but he's not making any money, like any actual money, because he's not winning any of them.
Right.
And it's just like the progression of him just becoming a badass is like, I forgot how that feels. Well, like with these type of movies.
Yeah, because so often now you just get kind of speed ran through it, and you know, even then you don't get to feel the pain that the character actually has. You know, one of the things I love about this movie is how honest it is about its setting. It does not pull punches politically. I think one of the reasons why, by the way, this movie is not making a lot of money, maybe, is because there's a point in this movie that deals with he's a part of a religious group that is being persecuted that wants their land back, and we currently have a political situation somewhere else in the world that has gotten global attention that people do not like right now, and that's a small fragment of this movie, but just that it's out there and it was not cut away from while this movie was being developed, you know, and it still was released with it. That's a gold nugget. I'm glad that they did not take out anything that was still valuable to the character and the development of this story. I love how genuine they are about this tale of two cities, this treatment of the underclass. Like, they don't care. They don't even see them. They don't exist to them, and they're fine with that. You have the false prophet, essentially. You have this guy that is claiming to be for the people while absolutely ignoring them entirely. And I think that it's a brilliant portrayal of reality in a lot of places. And I just love how shitty it is. Like, I love how true to life it is. This is not bullshit. This isn't rushed. Like, we talked about Blue Beetle, and it was like I was giving it props for at least kind of acknowledging it in a small way. But Blue Beetle,
it didn't feel like it was
Blue Beetle wasn't acknowledging it accurately because it wasn't serious. That's
why I didn't feel like it was there for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but this is what it is actually like. This is the true nature of it. And it's trash. It's garbage because you don't get support. You don't get help. You don't get any way to go up higher.
That scene where they're he's like in a car with the dude. I forgot his name, but the guy that starts out. By the way, the guy that starts off as an arrogant asshole to him. First. Yeah. And like they're driving by all these people in poverty, and he's just looking at his peers. Yeah. Like the main character's just looking at his peers, and it's he's not living a high life. He's just like riding on the high end vehicle. Yes. And he just has to look all of his peers from where he's at. Like, shit, this is what I'm living like too.
It's not even a high end vehicle really. It's like you made the guy. Let me pull up the cast list here. Well, it won't be on screen. It'll be on screen for us, but not for you guys. But where is he? I'm gonna have to these pictures. Not to say you weren't. These are great pictures, Mark, but some of them are like so different from what they actually look like in the movie. Alfonso.
Oh no. I'll explain. I'll explain that to the fucking podcast.
So Alfonso, I think the thing about Alfonso is like he starts off as this, but he's making the best of like what he can do. So he has this little tuk-tuk thing, and it's like. It's out of place because it's like he's doing the best. He's making it as cool as possible because he's probably never going to get to the point to be able to afford a full-on car. Like a full-on, here's a full car. So instead it's like, all right, I'm just going to fucking maximize what I have right here. And so even a guy that's been there clearly for a little while, it's like, the best I can make or do is not a car. It's this thing. And that's it. Like,
he calls it Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and I love, by the way, again, it reminded me of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, but like he's showing up, like you see the selection of cars, and then it's like they're looking at it, and boom, it's the little tuk-tuk thing, and again, it's cool though, and he has his thing, and he has a personality. I think that's the thing is all of the characters have personality, notably Dave Patel. I mean, again, the first third, or just throughout the entire movie, there's just a lot of truth here. Like you have. Obviously just women being sold into this sex slavery situation where it's like you are branded a mark, and you are stuck in this situation, and you are just given to these high-end men in this situation, and that's it. And Dave Patel's character is just, and they call him the kid, but like I want to say Dave Patel, not because we have his name there, but because it feels demeaning to call him a kid. But it's like to call him kid, which is his name in the movie. But it's like, man, like he's so pissed about it, and it's like so visually, like he wants to like just go at him right now. He does not care about it, like waiting. But then, what is it? One of the people that he talks to, she's like, yeah, like, you need to wait. Like, if you can't handle this, you can't be here. Like, you are going to keep, you will, like, you can't, you're going to fuck it up. You're going to fuck it up for all of us. So don't do this here.
There's a scene earlier in the movie I really like. Well, I was curious where it was going. It was like when they steal a lady's, like personal bag for the first time. And I was like, oh, all right, so a guy just stole it. Wow, he just stole it, and I guess he's going to get the money from it. It's like, no, you just pass it on. All right, now they're going to get the money. They're passing it on. They keep passing it. They keep passing it. They keep passing it. And then it goes to the main character.
Yeah, and that's a great idea. That's like a subversion of expectation, too, because you just think, oh, it's just going to be a simple snatch and grab. But in reality, it's more... and they didn't even... Did they steal it? Yeah, they stole the whole purse, yeah.
Yeah, they stole the whole purse.
It's not just a snatch
Not the whole purse. They stole like a bag, a wallet bag.
A wallet bag, yeah. And he uses that to his advantage, obviously. He's like, get this... He obviously ordered it, and he was able to get what he could get, and it's great because that's his way in. And again, like, I think that the world is shitty. Like, people talk about America being like, oh, this is shitty. It's like, his backstory with his character is so fucked because his backstory is, here's this guy, this asshole that's now a general to this false prophet. He's essentially a general to this false prophet. And that's leading the country, and he's the guy that killed his mother, right? Like, and brutally killed his mother. Like, this is not accidental. This is not casual. This is, I'm enjoying this, and it's torture, and it's, like, I loved every second of his revenge of that, but I love every second of the backstory too because it builds your support of Dave Patel's character. It tells you why he thinks the way he thinks. And I think it's fantastic how, again, you have, like, how does he become this Monkeyman? How does he become... Because, like you said, that's the great question. When does he become Monkeyman? It's like, he becomes Monkeyman through, like, this growth of character that he learns through the rhythm of fighting and things like that. Like, everything about this movie is so good from beginning to end. That's why it's the best.
I love when he gets, like, his monkey foo for the first time, because it's like the whole movie was like build up to this, and then when you just get to the moment, it's just like, all right, so he's about to kick this guy's ass, and it's like, oh no, it's not even a fight. He literally just kicks him in the face, and it's it. I was just shocked. I was like, damn.
He was finally in sync with himself. And it felt very beautiful. It was very beautiful.
I love how abrupt, because, like, again, severe expectations. I was just expecting a fight. I'm like, okay, he's going to kick his ass in this fight. And it's like, oh, it wasn't even a fight. He just knocked him out.
Yeah.
He just ended the fight before it started.
Dude, one of my favorite things is, like, you get the trailer, the whole time in the trailers, it's like, you see the idea that he's going to wear the monkey mask. And then it's like, when he gets to the actual hotel, he only wears the monkey mask for, like, 3 seconds after the fight. And after the fighting, he does, and he gets the money for the people. You know what I mean? Like, they wager on him, and then he goes to the hotel to start the sort of last third fight sequence that takes out the whole hotel. It's like, he's wearing the monkey mask for, like, a good 30 seconds, then he takes it off in the alleyway and it starts. Which is hilarious, because you think, this is going to be Monkeyman, he's going to be in a fucking mask. No, he's not going to be in a mask. He's just going to kick ass.
I didn't see any trailers or anything before that was like when the movie started, I was like, is he going to be in the mask for the whole time? And then he just takes off the mask. Like, okay. That would have been funny. That would have been cool, actually.
Because it's like, you think he
has the mask the whole time.
Because the way that it's set up, it feels like, oh, he's going to become this hero, and he's going to kick ass, and he's going to wear the thing, and then he's going to be the Monkeyman. It's like, because... Even, like you said, the prologue, it's like this monk, like, he looks like a monkey. Like, the character that we see in the prologue looks like a monkey and shit. So you think, oh yeah, he's gonna wear the thing. It's like that's quite another subversion. Where it's like, oh no, he's gonna be himself. He's gonna do this as himself. And the whole climb up and seeing all of his comrades alongside him just kick ass and take names. Again, like that, those combat sequences when he was truly in sync. Some of the best choreography I've seen all year. Some of the best just use of combat with different things. You know, because look, there's like Godzilla vs. Kong. We talked about the combat there. That's cool, but that's CGI fighting. This is real, like this is real professional. Like, you know, you're timing it up, everything's working, and it's fluid, and it looks fantastic, and you got to go through all that choreography over and over and over again, and it's real, and you know, it's fierce. You know, like all of it is so fucking tough.
Action is really beautiful. Good. That bathroom fight scene. New favorite bathroom fight scene from any movie now. Because my number one favorite bathroom fight scene before I saw this one.
Fallout.
Ah, how'd you know?
Because everyone remembers that one.
Damn it!
Because everyone remembers the Henry Cavill.
I know. Even the trailer is like. That's a part of it. I haven't seen none of those movies before when I saw that trailer for the first time, but like that part like still sticks out to me when I saw the trailer. And then like just last year when I was binging on the Mission Impossible movies, they were last year, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was last year.
Yeah. I was watching Fallout for the first time. Like, where's the fist? Where's the fist? And you're like, yeah.
I do love, by the way, during that fight, like, because the trailers, it's like there's always some sound effect when he does it, but when it's the actual fight, it's silent.
Oh yeah.
That's always been funny to me because he does the thing and it feels unnecessary when it's silent.
I know.
It's like what? Okay, but
it's like when you watch Spider-Man No Way Home at home. And it's like the Peter Parkers come out of the portal, and there's just like silence because there's no audience cheering.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is awkward.
It is. There's a little bit of an awkward pause there. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the difference in because it's like, man, is he gonna get up and out of that? It's a beautiful fight because it's everything that he's wanted to do. But then and then in the end, you get to the big bad. That again, it's like. He is this false prophet that claims that he's going to help everyone and he's going to support everything and he's going to bring people up and all of that and he is spiritual, but everything that he actually does is not. And so, and he does this serpent-like thing where he's just sitting there arrogantly at the top floor, you know what I mean? And he's like just sitting there washing his feet, sitting there just, splashing his feet around and
playing footsies in the water, he's cleaning, taking a foot bath.
And then when they get up close, he takes his shot at like the most brutal time. You know what I mean? It's such a brutal shot. Like, oh man, but it felt so like serpenty of like, oh yeah, this is such an evil character.
I love that shot when they're like, it's the overhead shot. They zoom in all the way downwards to that to the guy in the pond, in the little pool.
Yes, so fucking good.
Great shot. Oh yeah, another funny subverted expectations is after that bathroom scene, he tries to break through the window. He just smashes into it.
That's just honest. It's just honest truth.
Again, that was in the trailer, and I'm so glad I didn't see the trailer.
I don't even remember that in the trailer, so I'm glad I don't remember that because that was just a cool moment of like, oh yeah, this is just a true movie. This is not John Wick. Even though there's apparently there's key members from the John Wick franchise here. It's like, in the production side, apparently.
Every action movie, I'm so used to every action movie's making windows seem so fragile.
Yeah, and I think
that's... And it's if you, air trying to just, run into a window, it will not break. You just, it's gotta be, it has to be a crappy window if it breaks when you run through it.
Absolutely. And again, we get the great, it's just a great little chase sequence with the tuk-tuk. You talked about it before, but it's this movie has, almost everything, and it's just a great, fluid movie through the whole time, and it makes you really root for the characters. And it's brutally honest about the situation that many people in the world are in. That's the thing, is this thing doesn't pull punches, it's honest. And I love how honest it is. And I gotta say, Charlton Copley is, I've seen him before, I can't recall where I've seen him before, but man, what an arrogant asshole this guy is. The guy on the bottom right there on our screen, I'll pull it up for you guys on screen, bottom right. When he's setting up these fights, he's just and he's telling the opponent, yeah, kick his ass, man. He's not worth it. Just kick his ass. It's like, fuck you. You know, and he's just got this arrogance and bravado about him that's like so perfect for the role. Because he's also so slimy about it.
Again, going to that scene where like he gets his Monkeyman powers for the first time. I love it when he just like ends the fight abruptly because there was just no fight, and it was like he has to like try to because he was expecting for the two opponents upon the show. He like knocked him out before the fight happened, so there was no show. So he was trying to like find a way to fix it and like bring another guy in.
Yeah, it's so crazy, but that's the type of. It's like you think you won you think you've beaten the big beast that you have always tried to defeat. Well, they're gonna still throw something else at you, and I think that's a good visual metaphor for what a lot of people deal with when they're trying to get to the next step. Is just you will end up still having to find there will be something else beyond what you've tried to overcome before, and that's just the first step on
this is why we don't do sports.
And again, I think the beautiful thing about man, that whole drum thing where he's getting used to the rhythm is such a smart concept in terms of learning how to. It's like
instead of a montage, that was awesome.
Yeah, because it's like you feel like he is actually learning something about like the rhythm of combat, and it's like maybe it's true, maybe it's not. You don't know if it's true or not, but it feels genuine. It feels like because the way that it connects to him and the way that you see the progression of the people around him as he's learning this, it feels like he's genuine, becoming better, stronger, learning. You know, and it was just a great visual.
And like everyone around him is knowing, like, he's getting into it. Let's keep going. He's getting into it.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful thing. I mean, that's why this movie. I don't have too much to say more. Mark, I'll be honest with you, but I will say this movie jumped like crap because like when I was thinking about it after I left the Senator, and it was on the big screen at the Senator, and I was like, man, what did I just watch? Did I watch something better than Dune 2? Well, Dune 2 is building off of its sequel, or if it's probably.
Wait, hold on. You say you don't have much more to say?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll cheer you on. Wait a second.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Come on, Bryan.
I'm gonna raise it up so you can see what look at this motherfucker has. Little fucking bongos. Alright. So, without a lot of rhythm and fuck shit. So, like, was what I saw better than Dune 2? Well, Dune 2 was building off of its predecessor, and it is a beautiful film. It is peak of what blockbusters can be. It is beautiful science fiction. It is well executed. It has great music. It has great combat. But it has actors that I've seen before as well, and it's all built on great actors and great music and great production value and great science fiction and great action, and I agree with every bit of that. But I think that Monkeyman delivers that with actors that we barely see on screen, actors that have brought a lot of presence to their roles, that truly feel like they're not just performing some role, but they are the person that they are interpreting, the characters that they are sort of filling into. And was this better than Late Night with the Devil? That was a tougher one because that's an indie movie. I would compare this closer to that, right? Like the budget.
Is this an indie movie too?
The budget for this is $11 million. The budget for Devil is also low too. So they're both very low budget films, and they both, at the end of the day, have such great looking production values in terms of everything about their set design. But the thing is, this one goes wider. This one tells a deeper, like it's a great Late Night. I would put them equally.
The thing
it's not fair to compare them, but to me, it's like the way that it accurately portrays this idea of a tale of two cities: the shitty, the poverty, the wealthy, the assholes out there, the combat being so fluid, as well as on the par of a Mission Impossible or John Wick level. It's like that alone at this budget. It's like we talked about Godzilla -1 last year, and it's like holy shit.
The thing, like, okay, so the thing like you're complimenting like Monkeyman for is what I'd probably like less about like Late Night if it was that, because like I love Late Night.
I don't need it. No, I don't need it to be more.
I don't need it to be bigger, wider, or anything.
I'm not saying that I want them to be more, but I'm saying what it's doing in this film is bigger, and that's all I mean.
Okay.
Like it's the story that it's telling is bigger. Like, and that's not a knock at Late Night, because I love that intimate setting. It's awesome. It's a great film, but I love the honesty here, and I think that's something that is often again shielded against. There's like a lot of, oh yeah, we don't need to bring this up, we're good. But here it's like, no, let's bring this up times 10, times 100. Here's a beautiful fucking movie. This is
definitely like in third place right now. But I can say the reason I have Dune 2 like over it, because it's like in terms of action and like setting and scope, it's like more of a fun like roller coaster of a ride. And I mean, it's just a damn good movie. With like world building and stuff, and I'm more fascinated by that, like the more fiction angle of it. And Late Night, I think, is just like creative in like the genre it's doing in. Not to say Monkeyman isn't like.
I definitely find a lot of creativity here as well.
Yeah, it's more like Late Night is something like it's.
Unexpected.
It's combining, it's unexpected. It's combining something I really enjoy, which is like late night talk shows. So that kind of speaks to me more.
Yes.
And like, and it just like mashes up with like horror, and it's like I love mixing of concepts. It's like that type of thing. It's fun to me, and like that sort of mixing is really well done in Late Night. But like what I really like about this movie is like it's like the action is really well done, especially it's very hard R action. It's like more, it's like
yes.
It's like
it's like when you saw
it's realistic. Yes. It's like John Wick is awesome and it's hardcore, but there's kind of like a more like a
almost
fictional. There's a badass fictional side to it. Same thing with another movie I saw earlier this year called Beekeeper, which is just it's dumb fun action.
Yes.
The Beekeeper. I do recommend watching Beekeeper, by the way, for you.
Yes.
But this is like hardcore, realistic, brutal. Like this is like Mortal Kombat shit. What I'm seeing here.
Yes.
And that's the fun of it. There's also like a very like there's a shot that's like not any like unlike anything in the movie, but like I think that's why it's so fun because it stands out. It's a shot where everybody's about to fight and the camera just turns to this group of guys. One like they pull out a knife. Camera turn to this to these group of mooks. They're all mug, and it's like it's like the fast camera turn. It's like
it's so cool.
Like, yeah, it's so it's like because nothing like in a movie is like that. That's like it stands out, and that's why it's so cool.
Absolutely.
And they save it all the way to the end.
Yes.
And it's like because most action movies have to have their like I'm gonna call their clusterfuck fight, where it's just like everything all reference intended, but like everything all at once. And it's just like all this wild shit happening like all at once, and it's just like I think that movie pulls that off really well because they save like certain like type of like camera angles and like techniques to the end.
Absolutely, like that's when it's peak to me. But again, that doesn't downplay the fact that what the story they're telling I think is beautifully honest and like there's some great cinematography throughout. But yeah, like you said, like in terms of the action that happens and the way that it's conveyed through the camera, fucking chef's kiss, man.
Oh yeah.
So
to me, nothing. A lot of this movie doesn't stand out as unique to itself, but like everything it does really well for me. Like there's nothing like there's not much in here that's like too much of like something I've never seen before, but like everything it's just doing really well.
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely. And
that's why it's also like in my third place. But like this is going to
it
depends on how much more shit we're getting because this was a surprise to me. I only learned this existed when week of it's coming to theaters, and after it's already gotten it's praise and accolades. So like There's a possibility it could go down depending how many more movies we're getting this year. But this is definitely going to stay in my top 10.
Yeah, this is one of those where I doubt that it.
It can slip out. It can slip out of my top 5, but it's definitely going to stay in my top 10.
This could slip out of my top 5 most likely as well, because we just don't know what the rest of the year has. There might be some great indie movies that we just haven't heard of. There's again, we talked about obviously like so many films that still have yet to be announced. There's so many films.
Cross my fingers to for Deadpool Wolverine and not fuck up. I know the movie's going to be funny, but I'm just hoping it's going to be great.
Yeah,
I want a Marvel movie I can come out of where it's like, that was actually different. That was fun and different.
Yeah. And again, like, it's fine. Like, if it's fine enough, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
cool.
It's gonna be a fun time either way, but yeah. It's just I just want it to be great.
Yeah, I'm almost. I don't want to spend too much time on the MCU because we'll talk about that obviously.
I'm just talking about Deadpool Wolverine, but yeah.
Yeah, like as someone that's now almost given up on the MCU, I'm probably not going to see every MCU film next year. That 4 slate,
you still haven't, and I don't recommend you do, because Black Widow was trash, Eternals was trash, and everything we have saw was just kind of mediocre.
No, I'm not saying Phase 4. I'm saying the 2025 4. Those 4 movies. There's no way I'm seeing all 4 of them, especially the ones that I'm not interested in. But
nothing sounds interesting. Nothing coming up besides
maybe
X-Men,
a Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four and X-Men, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a crap about Thunderbolts. I don't give a crap about the new 4th Captain America without Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And
again, that's why Deadpool is almost, to me, it's more. I'm more hoping it feels like the Fox energy, because I don't really care if it's I don't care anymore, because the MCU is to me dead. It's irrelevant, and Secret Invasion killed it. All right, Secret Invasion did that. It was already dying, but Secret Invasion fucks so much up that there's no way that we gotta explain all that too. Okay.
The next movie, it has to be Nick Fury waking up out of bed and I had this weird dream, and that's it.
Yes, that's it.
And the weird dream was all of Phase 4. We just start from Endgame again. The ending of Endgame. The only thing that was canon was Guardians 3 No Way Home.
Can we keep? I was gonna say but can we keep Far From Home and No Way Home?
Yeah.
I was gonna
say No Way Home, Far From Home, and Guardians 3 was all canon. Everything else was a weird dream.
He's still on the spaceship. He never teleported down. None of that shit happened.
He's still on Earth. After
because Far From Home.
Nick Fury. Oh yeah.
Space.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So that's still space. Though I don't like.
Actually, no. We can imply Far From Home still happens.
Yes.
It's just Nick Fury is just at a hotel after he came back from Iron Man's funeral, and he's oh shit, I had this weird dream.
Yeah, man. Deadpool, Wolverine, the Fox duo that I'm most interested in. Again, I could care less about what they do in the future of the MCU. So, if this movie feels like a Fox movie, I'm very excited. If this feels like a good MCU movie with Deadpool, I'm fine with that. But I'm just looking for a good time. But my key is I'm fine with Marvel not being in my top 10. In fact, Guardians was a great surprise to be in my top 10. I was hoping that it was good, and it turned out to be great. And if that's what turns out here,
and let's be real, Spider-Mans are easy sells.
Yeah, and obviously we.
But also, they keep making those movies.
By the way, Kraven might be the best movie of the year. We don't know.
Looking at the trailer again, it looks like it could be it could be dumb fun.
Yes, but
that's why I'm. That's
the writing is the most
I'm least.
The writing is not going to save it. At most.
That writing is terrible.
At the highest.
Do you know why they call me the Rhino?
At my highest, it would be at 10, and I don't even know if it'll ever actually get there. But I'm saying it's not getting anywhere close to 1. But if it's a fun time and it actually because dude, it's kick-ass. It's fucking it's Lemon.
Oh, you're doing it on your list. I doubt it's gonna even make it to my list.
But I'm saying dude, it's still the guy from fucking Bullet Train. It's fucking Lemon. It's
in terms of rating score, I think the highest it can possibly get is a 7 out of 10. There is no way it's going above that.
I don't even know if it's gonna get 7 out of 10. I'm just saying I don't know what. Dude, remember
my expectation is from what the trailer showed me is a 5 out of 10. The highest it can possibly be out of what I'm seeing from the trailer is a 7 out of 10.
last thing. Remember, we did rate Flash as a good time on the big screen, and then it nosedived as the year went on. And that was a summer thing. We just thought, it was fun.
I investigated later. The room was gassed.
It wasn't real, guys. It wasn't real. Guys, do you have anything else to say? I'm going to wrap it here.
Monkeyman sucks.
Good.
Watch the Kim Possible episode I was talking about instead.
There's also Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. There's also, there's King Kong. Watch that shit.
Okay. But,
I will say, I am fucking disappointed that this movie only made $15 million so far. Like, this is like the Ruby Gillman situation, where they made a movie that's so low budget that it should automatically make a ton of money.
Is Late Night making money? I hope it is.
Well, that was a small screen run.
I know, and it's going on Shudder like this month.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
I think it was like meant to be on Shudder, and then they was like, "Hey, good enough to release in theaters," which is good choice. I'm glad I saw it in theater.
Yeah, well, that was a great theater experience.
Oh yeah,
all the way.
If they're releasing physical media, I will buy it.
Yep.
Put some special features on it. Well, I gotta check it. There.
Couple commentary, commentary, a behind the scenes thing.
Oh, gee, dude,
give me a
couple is a lot. I would love a couple commentaries.
That's all.
Because like, if you're lucky for DVDs, especially nowadays, you get more than one commentary.
That's right.
But like, if you're lucky at all, you get like a commentary. Fuck.
That's it.
Commentaries are like godsend. What? Like, there should be the easiest social features to put on. Mm-hmm. But that's all I ask for every time, and it's just like, why? Just let the filmmakers
who cares?
Talk about what they made. Please.
Why would we put more money into this? Who cares?
It doesn't cost that much money. Just
Who cares, Mark?
Just record them. Put the movie on for them.
Mark. Humans like
sit them in a room, lock the room, just put the mic on recording, and just like let them be drunk and just watch the movie.
Having sex with each other instead, and that's the ASMR.
Like fucking ASMR of like the filmmakers having sex while you're watching them. I'll put it on.
I'm just like, I'm gonna make you a monkey man. It's like, oh god.
I would love to be like for them to be drunk like this. This is the part where like we did a couple takes and I fell and is there any more beer here? Fuck.
Holy shit. Alright guys, this was our review of...
Do we rate movies anymore? Sometimes I think we
usually just like we do, but then it's inconsistent. Because after we did Flash, I just kind of was like, I don't know if
we can't be trusted.
I don't know if we can trust ourselves.
We can't be trusted.
The only thing I want to do is like maybe we do a half year like top 10, and then we do an end of your top 10. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Is half your top 10, end of your top 10. Okay. And that's it. Like, because I think those are pretty fun. The half year's coming up, and I don't even have a top 5. Fuck. Dude, we still, dude. Remember, this is when it starts to heat up, though.
We're gonna have to include streaming shit because we don't have enough.
Dude, again, there's a shit ton of stuff in May and June, so we're gonna do it at the end of June. That's when we do.
Who said I want to watch all of it though?
Mark, you have AMC stuff blowjob. Like you're good.
What about you? Who said you're gonna watch all of it?
Bargain theater movie. I'm gonna do bargain theater $5.
You're gonna spend money?
$5.
Don't you got a budget? Good
I do have a budget day. Yes, I do.
Don't spend it on these fucking movies, dude.
Well, I mean, in moderation. That's all I'm saying. All right.
You're gonna pay to watch fucking Planet of the Apes.
Fuck no, I'm not watching that movie.
You're gonna pay to watch Despicable Me 4? Come on, man.
Come on, man. It's the shitty DVDs outside of Lexington Market. What are you doing? Yeah. All right, guys, we got it. All right, guys, this has been the ScreenBlast podcast. I have been one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Find me at democracy.com. That's ATHEMOCRACY.com over on YouTube. You can find me at Bryan the Baltimorean on Instagram, though I don't really post anything, so no reason to go there. You can find me, of course, on the ScreenBlast podcast. Mark doesn't like marketing, so I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. But I guess you don't need to shout out his website. K9 Biscuit! That's K9BISKUTS! Woo! Of course, ScreenBlastPodcast.com. Right there, we've got Cartoon Chat, we've got the ScreenBlast, we've got Mark and Bryan Have a Cow, and Blasting Turbo Hordes. So guys, I didn't forget about the list. You got it there. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more. Looking out, everybody!